How many days after my period is ovulation? I need to know.
Ovulation is halfway through the average cycle.
Is that halfway based on first bleeding or when I stop bleeding or what?
Day 1 is when the lining starts to shed.
AKA, it is really obvious once you start bleeding.
You stop bleeding anywhere from day 3 to day 7.
Obviously you do not ovulate at that point.
Ovulation can occur anywhere from day 10 to day 24.
So on a day 14, that is 2 days after my period started, is when I ovulate.
Right. And ovulation will be 7 to 10 days after your period ended, on average, depending on how long it lasts.
Ovulation is not always on day 14.
So track your menstrual cycle, and you'll figure out which day is halfway.
Except that you said it could be halfway plus or minus a couple days. On a 30-day cycle, 3 days is a 10% margin of error, while the egg only lasts 1.
You will see changes to indicate when you ovulated, such as the cervical mucus changing.
I hardly even notice it except when bleeding or fish smelling.
A fish smell means you have a yeast infection. Bleeding usually means you have your period, an STD with lesions causing bleeding or, for only a few, dried blood drops because your ovary released a little blood when the egg came out.
But a few drops of blood on the panties can also mean an embryo implanted.
You'll ovulate between day 13 and day 15 for most women, counting from the day your period started. An embryo implanting will be 3 to 7 days after that.
So a few drops of blood a few days before my period is due means I'm pregnant.
It might mean you were pregnant, or you used too much douche or half a dozen other reasons.
And anything but pregnancy and feminine hygiene is bad.
You'll ovulate a week to a week and a half after your period ends. But I'd say the cervical mucus turning clear and watery instead of thick and gooey or your BBT going up is a better indicator than a calendar.
What is BBT?
BBT stands for basal body temperature, your body temperature at rest. It spikes the day after you ovulated.
Though in theory the egg is still good at that time.
If in doubt, this is why they sell ovulation tests like pregnancy tests, by the half dozen.